The funds supposedly from Amber Heard to the Children's Hospital of LA, nil, nothing, right? Only from Johnny Depp. And then the funds to the ACLU, there's questions on that, right? Like we haven't seen it confirmed that it was from her or from Elon Musk, but it looks like there's like some shadiness to that, right?
Well, what we found was that, when it was just very convenient when you look at the emails and you look when the money shows up, and then when they were together, because they got back together, and then there was like a $500,000 donation, and then the next month they broke up, and then the money stopped. Like when you line up when Musk was, present in her life, that's when the money was flowing, and when he wasn't, it wasn't flowing. So it's just very suspect, and I would put 2 alpacas on the line. I would put 2 alpacas on the line that it is Musk who donated all that money, because it's nothing to him.
Wow.
It's nothing to him.
I see you 2 alpacas, and I'll write in on a 3rd one because I support that idea. My noble steed, because I agree with that, and you've got to factor in too, because it's sort of like building a whole picture here. And Muskie has been for a long time, the biggest contributor and supporter of the ACLU and donator to the ACLU. So like that all factors in as well. Like where he's at now, don't know, but at the time, definitely. So it all kind of just feeds into one thing and another, and she's again objecting to all of, her own things that should be supporting her claims and saying, I'm such a good person, I donated $7 million to charity. Like that should be all supporting her, yet she's objecting to it.
Yeah, I did see that.
Donated is past tense.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was. I remember seeing the video where she was on. It was like a Dutch talk
TV,
show, but Danish. Sorry, thank you. But where she and I remember I was looking for any kind of like waffling or basically where she was like, not. I have a loss for words right now, but basically where she was like in any way suggesting anything where she could kind of get weaseled out, anything in her language. And no, she says, I donated all of it. I donated $7 million.
Yeah.
Yep. I wanted nothing. She said. Yeah.
So,
that's very clear. It's very clear. Yeah. And then she wanted to say, sorry, you go.
No, go ahead.
No, all I was just going to say was and then she wanted to say later on, I pledged it. I'll do it in 10 years' time on a fake letterhead. I'll do it in 10 years' time. That's what I said. I never said I donated it. Come on, people. And then she also said that it was Johnny's fault. She's like, well, I couldn't afford to pay the charities because Johnny sued me. It's like 1 minute, that didn't happen until like a year later, or more than a year later that he sued you. So tell us again where the money went and why you couldn't give it to those poor sick kids.
Yeah, that's the part, and I've said this before, but it's the thing that gets me every single time. Is it's not even like a charity that people will have opinions on. There are some that are divisive. ACLU is one that people will have opinions about, depending on what side of the political spectrum you're on. If it was like that, or like Planned Parenthood or something, like I can see, but like we're talking about Children's Hospital of Los Angeles, like children that are going for like chemo treatment and like that kind of thing. Like you're lying about giving money to sick children. That's crazy. Literally. And it's terrible. It's a terrible, terrible thing to do.
Yeah. And, when she brought out that 10-year stupid pledge thing, she only brought it for the ACLU. She didn't have them for the CHLA. Like, that's the thing. Like, she thought that was going to get her out of all the hot water. It's like, well, no, you had 2 charities. And Stevie, didn't we look into Fidelity and things like that? Because that's where the money was coming from, to the ACLU, Fidelity. And you have to be the Musks of the world to have one of those accounts. Like you had to have a certain flourishing size of bank account in order to have one. And that's where the money was coming from. It was from one of those high-end investment places.
2, I think, Fidelity
and I can't think of the other one. It started with Vanguard. I was going to say
Vanguard was the other one.
Yeah.
And the thing was, well, the interesting thing is that the reason rich people use Fidelity and Vanguard is because they can give the money to them, and what's meant to happen is they donate the money to them, and then Fidelity or Vanguard give the money to whoever they see fit, the charity that they see fit, and the rich people get a write-off, a tax break, which makes sense. Like that makes sense. But somebody in Muskie's right, but somebody in Muskie's position can say, I'm going to give you $250 million, and because I'm giving you so much money, I want you to give it to these places. This is where I want it to go, where most people don't get to do that. So, it makes sense that he would say, hey, because they're talking about, Anthony Romero's calling him E. Great to see E on the weekend. So they're all buddy. Yeah. And he's like, all right, E, just put in $500 here, or 500,000, 500 million, whatever it is. He can basically dictate it from there. So
yeah.